are leftovers. Why do you never taste as good the second day as you did the first day? That's my question, Samantha. That's what I'm asking.
It's because your food tastes like necessity, and necessity food doesn't taste good second day.
Necessity food doesn't taste good any day, actually, right? Because it just tastes like necessity.
Oh, maybe
And if
it
we're going
was.
to be honest, it's barely necessity, right?
It's like cusp.
Because we're not cooking anything to even elevate necessity, right? Like hot dog, I can't fix hot dog. It can only be hot dog.
Can you eat a leftover hot dog? I don't think I can do that.
No, I can't do it. I could cut it up and put it into craft dinner.
Yes. Okay, but I can't eat leftover craft dinner.
I can't eat leftover
That's
craft dinner either.
ugh. Second
That's
day.
ugh. Only thing I can eat leftovers that I think kind of still tastes doable, I guess I would say, is I can do turkey dinner.
Well, that's if it's like a half decent boxed turkey dinner.
Yeah, like that's like not if it's cooked by me, not my turkey dinner.
If it's turkey dinner cooked by my mother,
I could do it. Right?
I will eat that. Maybe day 2 for sure. Maybe even day 3, depending on what's left over.
I might be just slapping that bad boy on a bun. Right? I might be doing that. But like microwave pizza or pasta?
No.
Can't do it.
No.
There's something, it loses its taste. It's like that food's got a vendetta against you, right? So even if you take it home from, this is my thing. This is why I don't do leftovers too from the restaurant. Even if you take it home, it just tastes like cack. It tastes like cack.
It's like
cack, which kind of makes me think it probably tastes, if I'd ever tasted taint, it would probably taste like taint.
Oh, God. You had to bring that back, did you?
Work that word in. You know, I'm going to, friends of the podcast, if you're not sure of what taint means, feel free to Google it and then be grossed out.
Lisa's so proud of herself with the new word that she's learned.
New word for 2025, taint.
Taint. Tastes like taint.
Leftover food tastes like taint. Day 2 food tastes like taint.
Which, by the way, I believe is the name of the episode. So.
We did do an episode, Tastes Like Taint.
Oh my God. You know, leftovers are great only in certain things.
I don't know if I think leftovers are great in anything.
It depends.
Like I can live without a leftover. Like I get, thank God there's men, right? Because the men in the house, that's their job. They are born to eat the leftovers, right?
You know, okay.
Not me.
I'm going to out my parents because I'm never sure how long that leftover has been there in their fridge.
Totally, right? I don't trust, I'm going to be honest, right? I don't trust parents' food.
Because my parents are of the ilk that if it's still good, smells good, no green stuff, you can eat it still.
Right. And if there's a little bit of green, you could probably pick it off and it's okay.
And I'm just like,
right? You know my theory, right? Best before really should be like 2 days before is really when anything after that, it's a downhill slippery slide, Samantha.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, thumbs down to leftovers.
Oh my God, I'm having like flashbacks of my childhood.
Oh yeah, me too, right? You know, friends of the podcast, I've shared this story many times. My father has a container guaranteed in his freezer of recycled spaghetti sauce from 1985. Somewhere in there, there's still some. It never gets finished. It just gets added on. And they're right? It hasn't killed us.
No.
But guess what? I'm never eating it.
It's close.
If I ever was at my dad's and he's like, "We're having spaghetti," pass. I don't trust your spaghetti, Gord McIntyre. I just don't trust it. Right?
Oh, that's so funny.
And then they're all about, that's the other thing with parents, right? They're all about pouring stuff into containers, squeezing leftovers. I don't trust the dates. I don't trust their house. I don't trust the parents.
No, I don't.
Parents over 70, screw you. I don't trust you.
Yeah, because, you know, if they're old enough, because my parents are my mom's almost 80, my dad is in his 80s. Yeah. They're of the mindset, like almost the Depression era kind of mindset.
The powdered milk people, just add water and stir.
Like, I get it. I totally get it. Totally. Right? I've watched my parents scrape and save and be careful around with food and stuff. But I was like, I will have none of that in my adulthood.
Right? It's like organ meat, right? We're not eating it. No. We don't need to. We're not in the Depression. No. There's other pieces of meat now. right? We don't need to eat the liver,
Oh, yeah, we don't need to do
right? We
that.
just don't need to eat the liver. Oh,
No.
goodness. God, we got on a tangent there, Samantha.
Yes, we do. We got to get going, Lisa. We got another episode. Come on.
We got an episode, right? We got
Got
an
it.
episode. Hello, friends of the podcast. And guess what? Welcome to another episode of I Shake My Head.
Lisa, they know where they are.
I know, but sometimes what if somebody didn't? What if somebody was just clicking through and they didn't know?
Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to I Shake
Listen.
My Head. Because apparently Lisa thinks that you need to know who you're listening to.
Because maybe you're brand new and you just stumbled upon us and you're just like,
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know how all that shit works. But I listen to the big podcasts out there and they're all like, hey, welcome into Smartless. Smart. Less. Smart.
okay.
Less.
We don't need to promote a podcast that's doing better than us. We don't need that in our
With
lives.
their built-in audiences, right?
Ooh,
try
that
to
sounded
put
bitter.
on your indie podcast shoes and try and walk in our shoes. Live in our space for a bit.
And speaking of that, Lisa, if you love what you hear, hopefully you do, you would please share us, download and subscribe to the podcast. And Lisa and I both have told you who we are, so you'll be able to find us.
Right.
So
you can find
share,
us. We're
download,
not hard to find.
subscribe.
We're not hard to find. I got to share this. with you. Okay. This, it got my goat. It's not an I shake my head. It's just it's kind of an I got my goat. And maybe that's going to be a new segment. I don't know. I got my goat. You know. And friends of the podcast, I have said this numerous times. I am not a fan of the check it yourself out like lines, right? Like, I don't want to do the work. I'm not the grocery store girl.
Do you mean the self-checkouts, Lisa?
Yeah, right. The check it out yourself line, right? The check it out yourself line. I'm not a fan of checking it out myself. Not a fan of that. Okay.
Uh-huh.
However, I decided to do it.
Oh.
I was buying a makeup and an eyeshadow and a mascara, right? I had a bag because my kid sister said you got to have a bag. Okay, so I took a bag. I didn't put the bag in the right spot. The machine, it starts yelling at me. It's literally, it's yelling at me. And it's like items, unknown items in the bagging area, unknown items in the bagging area, right? You know how it does that? And all I thought was, you know what? Calm the fuck down, robot. I'm just trying to buy some makeup. I'm not trying to change the world. Like, calm the fuck down.
Did you happen to lose your makeup while you were away?
Oh, I was updating my makeup.
Oh,
right? Because I kept buying the same cover up.
Yeah.
I wear L1. I kept buying L2s.
Because we forgot how to read.
I forgot which one I needed. So then I knew that it was an L1 and then I found an L1.
Oh, so you had to buy it.
Yeah, right. And I found some new stuff for smoky eyes.
Oh, yes.
Because you're just saying, right?
You're so good at that.
The check it out yourself line, it doesn't need to give me the attitude.
It's just letting you know. It's letting you know if you're passing or failing.
Yeah, exactly, right? And I think it needs to calm down, right? You're just a stupid robot. Calm down. Right? It's fine. It's perfectly fine. And then and it's loud and it draws attention.
Yes.
Right? And then somebody
you're
has to come help you. I'm a loser. Right? Right? And then somebody has to come help you and then they have to explain it to you.
Yeah, you could start singing, I'm a loser, baby.
Yeah, right?
Why don't you kill me?
Right? I tell you, it was stressful. I don't need that type of stress. Unwanted stress in my life.
Lisa, you don't need that kind of stress at your age. You're very delicate now.
I feel I need the kid gloves, right? I feel I need more care from the HHG, less care from you, actually. That's what I feel.
Oh my God, my plan is working.
And let's give a shout out to our HHG. She's getting her face done today.
Don't say that.
Oh, sorry. I take it back. She's not. Was it a secret?
You're so rude.
Was it a secret?
I don't know,
but I don't. Good wishes.
It's a very personal thing.
Well, she personally told me.
Yeah, I don't know if she wanted everybody to hear.
Oops. Okay, just beep, beep, beep. Take that back.
Scrubbing it away.
She's going to listen to it and she's going to be like, what the fuck?
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
You're not cool, man. You're just
not cool. That's not cool.
Uh-huh. But you know what's going to be cool?
What?
We got a spicy episode happening.
We got some spice
We
coming
got a
your
little bit of
way.
spice. We're going to talk about the Grammys. Some shit happened.
Some
We're,
shit did
we're
happen.
going to talk about the neighbors to the south.
Ugh,
And we're going to also explore what is an open door book.
yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
I
Hold tight,
might be a
friends of the
little afraid of that
podcast.
one.
Hold tight, friends of the podcast. Hold on. It's going to
Hold
get
on.
crazy. Okay, Samantha, I'm starting off with a nice shake my head, right?
All right.
I like popcorn like the next person, right? It's not my favorite food. And I haven't been able to really figure out why I really only love it when it's like butter, 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 butter. But I decided to try some different flavored popcorn.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm shaking my head at who decided we needed to complicate popcorn?
The world.
Now there's so many flavors and too many elements of sweetness to it.
What were you eating? I've only ever seen caramel.
No, it was like a chocolatey, rocky road popcorn.
Oh, that kind of popcorn.
Yeah, it's not popcorn. It's chocolate bar. It's closer to chocolate bar than it is popcorn, right? It's closer to chocolate bar.
Oh, you just want the normal, boring
Butter, 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 butter.
Yeah.
Popcorn.
Because
That's all I want.
God forbid that popcorn should change.
I don't think popcorn needs to change. Like I've
No.
had some that taste fine. I had a Reese's peanut butter one that tasted good. And that didn't bother me. It was yummy. And I've had like caramel, good text, that Chicago style. That's okay.
Yeah.
But now I think we're getting a little carried away, and I felt that it's getting complicated. Popcorn's getting complicated. And you know what? I think in my almost 56th year, I'm looking for less complication. A little more understanding, less complication. Is that the song that Elvis Presley used to sing?
Not really, no, but sure.
But you kind of get the gist
Yeah,
of it, right?
we get the gist.
So I'm shaking my head at that. I'm shaking my head at complicated popcorn. Right? It makes no sense in my world.
Oh my God. You're a woman who just enjoys the simple things in life.
I am just a simple gal, right? Just a simple gal with just a good heart. That's
She
all.
needs
More loving from
good-
the HHG.
yeah. She
Less
needs
from
more love.
you.
Yeah, less from me. Perfect. You need a good pillow, a glass of wine, and some sun.
And that's about it. Right? That wrap it in a bow and call it happiness.
Oh, well, we did spend quite a bit of time together, so that was enough.
Didn't we just? And it's like it's a great friendship, but like it doesn't always need to be 3 meals a day friendship.
No,
Doesn't
it
always
doesn't.
need to be that much of a friendship. Right?
We
Right?
sound horrible.
Like breakfast fine, supper fine. It's that in between time, right? That's
It's
just
in between. Yeah, it's like, don't you need a nap, Lisa?
right.
You
Right? It's
look
like if we
tired.
were siblings, we should be separating and going to our rooms. Right? Oh no, it's still us.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Oh, that's a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot.
I know. Okay, but because we traveled
Mhm.
recently, my eye shake my head has to do with plane etiquette.
Oh, okay.
It's just, I don't get it.
Like plain etiquette because you don't have it?
No, I have it. I don't understand why other people don't.
Oh, because people are rude.
So I just don't know how adults don't know this. I get kids,
Sure.
but adults don't know certain things yet. When we were trying to get off the plane, there was an older gentleman holding up the line of people who were standing just raring to get off the plane. And he was like, I'm going to put my jacket on. I'm going to take 5 minutes to get my luggage out. And I'm like, dude, do you know what you're doing right now?
Right? You're just
pissing off 40 people.
You're instigating a flash mob. That's what we're doing right here, dude.
Well, and then when we were boarding the plane here in Saskatoon, this woman was literally screaming, Zone 1, Zone 2. Anyone for Zone 3? And the guy at the counter's like, there's still 20 more people. I'm like, fuck people, open your ears.
Right? Because you're all here.
Yeah. And then so it gets to our zone because we're Zone 4, of course. There's a young gentleman stands up, walks over. Oh, did you call Zone 3? Fuck, dude, you were sitting right there.
Yeah, but then like a ton of Zone 3ers migrate on over. Right? It's okay. You know what? That's a perfectly fine thing to shake your head at. I got the solution. I got a workaround. I
Oh,
figured
okay.
it out when I was flying home from Toronto. The workaround, right, for your zone
Uh-huh.
is you just go up there and you just say, "I'm sorry, I couldn't hear what they said." And they're like, "It's okay, go through. Thank you. I'll go in
Shut up.
boarding zone 1."
You faked deafness
Yeah.
and got on the plane.
Yeah. I
You
didn't say I was deaf.
shithead.
I just said, "I didn't hear you very well." You interpret that to be whatever you want. It could be you're mumbling, it could be you're in a mask, it could be I'm far away. I just came up with my stuff to the front of the line and just said, "Sorry, I didn't hear you very well. What zone were you calling?" And she said, "Zone 1." I'm like, "Oh." I said, "Do I have to go all the way back?" And she's like, "No, it's fine. Thank you." All the pretty girls walked like this.
Oh my God. If you had pulled that with me,
You would have killed me.
I would have killed you.
You would have killed me. It can only be done by myself. It cannot be done accompanied with you.
No, because I'm not pretending to be deaf.
I didn't pretend to be deaf. I just said I couldn't hear her very well.
Oh my
Uh,
God. You are so horrible.
so there's all the zone oneers, right, in the elite. And here's me going to seat number 22.
They're like, how did she get on board?
Right? Just the beauty. So there's the workaround.
Oh my God. You're a
Oh,
shit.
the fun I have.
You're such a shit.
Fun I have, right?
Well, okay, but speaking of that, friends of the podcast, Lisa, she's a bit of a liar, right?
What? No,
She's a bit of an omitter. And
fine. I'll go with omitter before liar.
so
Thank you very much.
this is what's happening. On the day we're leaving, at the crack of dawn again, of course, to go to Toronto. And standing in line at Tim Hortons, I have to buy her breakfast because apparently I owed her money for something. I can't remember.
I don't remember.
And I'm like, fine, whatever. And then because we're at a lineup to Tim Hortons and there's people around us, she picked the opportune moment to tell me that she's ditching me on Sunday for the football game and that I needed to find my way to the airport
Right.
on my own.
Yes. Totally.
You're a shit. And
It was, I figured I could say it there. You're not going to yell and scream at me. Figured the name calling would be minimal.
I
but I
was
could
not
handle it.
impressed.
She was not impressed. But guess what, right? It was like, hi, it's like the playoffs for football.
Oh
right?
my God. Yes. And I watched most of the Eagles game.
Yeah.
Which they
And-
won, which I was very happy about.
And then
Which,
you had
by
to
the way,
go.
where we were, I was the only one cheering for the Eagles.
Yeah, you are. You were. But then you had to go. And I just
And then
said,
I had to go. You're a
safe travels.
shit. So basically, if you've learned anything from what I've just said is if you want to deliver bad news while traveling, do it in a group of individuals that you
Right.
don't know in public so that the person with you keeps their shit together for
I
5
am
seconds.
that girl totally, right? From a young age, right? Bad report card, bring Marty Petter home. Right? Hi, Mom. I'm just Marty Petter came to play. Oh, no, she didn't. Actually, Marty Petter needs to go home. It's report card day, Lisa. Hand it over. I'm like, fuck. Right? Right? My
But
mom
you know
didn't
what
fall for it. But
you know what I did encounter though? I encountered so many lovely people in the service industry
There were some
while
great
we were traveling.
Absolutely.
The gentleman who drove me to the airport was like, okay, this is where you go and you go in and it's to the left and don't worry, they'll find you and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, thank you so much, sir. That's so very kind of you.
Right?
And
Because Sam lives in a world when she travels alone, she's convinced there's not going to be a sign anywhere to tell her where to go. She's like,
I am
because this is part 2
petrified.
of her conversation, because she's like, okay, and so then that's great. So I take the cab to the airport and then what? I'm like, I'm sure that there must be a sign that says here.
No, he knew where I needed to go,
Good,
but he was
good.
then very forthcoming with like, okay, go here and this is what you'll do. And da, da, da. I'm like, okay, thank you. That's very lovely of you. It was very nice.
That's good. That's good.
And then I boarded a bus that was minus 40.
No.
Yeah, it was so cold. I was
You can't
freezing
have
to
it
death.
all you can't have everything your way all the time, okay? Right? Like just be thankful you didn't have to walk.
I know. Just be thankful.
Just be thankful, right?
Just be thankful.
Thankful. Just be thankful, Samantha. Okay.
Yes.
Because you know
Lisa.
what? I'm not sure how thankful I am right now about I don't want to say all of our American friends, because I feel that our American friends aren't the issue. I feel it's the people in power,
Of course
right?
it is.
So, when I start off with dear, it's not good. Dear America, seems odd to be fighting with your biggest ally,
Right?
right? I feel okay. So I don't know about you, but on Saturday night, when our prime minister was coming, he was delivering his 1-2 punch right back.
Uh-huh. Yep.
All of Canada was glued, waiting for what he was going to say. He was 3 hours late, mind you, right? They kept
Oh.
saying
Uh-huh.
6 o'clock, 6:30, 7, but we all waited, right? Because we're like, we need this guy who's resigned to come to have our back, and he did.
Uh-huh.
He did. He
He did.
did what we needed him to do. But
Mhm.
this whole garbage with the tariffs, you know what it's like, Samantha? It's like two siblings fighting over the last piece of cake,
Yep.
right? Come on, can't we just get along? We trade, we share. We trade, we share. We trade, we share. End of story,
End of
right?
story.
End of story.
End of story. Yeah.
Oh, and I think it's so bizarre because it hurts. It literally hurts everybody.
It does. It actually hurts us, and it hurts the
Them.
American people as
Yeah.
well.
So, hi, nice president. He's hurting you. He's supposed to make your economy better. He's
Yeah.
making it worse.
I'm not really sure what he is trying to do, but it looks like a lot of people don't have jobs or
Well,
won't have jobs.
breaking news as of 9:30 this evening, right? So it's Tuesday night as we record. Breaking news. He did just say tonight at a press conference that the United States is going to take over the Gaza Strip. The Palestinians need to leave.
How
Yeah.
how are they doing that?
I don't know. He doesn't ever give you an answer how. He does not live in house. He
Oh
just
my
said
god.
we will own the Gaza Strip.
Can he just stick with renaming things? Like that seems a little safer. Like
Right?
renaming another, just go and rename another mountain or
Like, I
another
don't
body
know
of
if you should
water.
be going after other countries. Like, just mess up your own country,
Yeah.
right?
I think he needs to focus more on what's happening with his own people.
The
'Cause
best person to watch Stephen Colbert. Stephen Colbert is just like this dude's his brain is just gonna blow. He thinks every night, he's like, so I didn't think it could get worse. It did. He's been in power for 15 days now. And I'm like, right?
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine we're watching it from Canada and we're being affected by, some of the decisions that this person is making, but try living in that country when
Well,
they're taking apart the government piece by piece.
however, the majority of that country voted for him,
Yeah. Well,
right?
he got the popular vote, so whatever that
You
looks
got the
like.
popular
Did you
vote,
know?
and
You know what I learned from Joanne though, from
mm,
Unlearned 16?
oh, what?
90 million Americans didn't vote.
I saw that too, right?
I was like, I'm sorry, what?
Friends of the podcast, we think she's going to come back on our show
Yes, we think she might.
because we're going to talk American politics.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I'm sure I'm gonna learn lots again
Oh,
because I
so
always do.
much, right? She's amazing, right?
Yeah,
But yeah, right, yeah, because she sent out a TikTok to
yeah.
98 million Americans.
No, 90, just 90.
Oh, 90,
I
90
thought it was
million,
90. Could have
90
been
million.
I
I don't
feel like
know.
it was 90.
I don't know. It seemed like it was a lot,
It
right?
was a lot.
Seemed like it was a lot. And
But
it's funny, right? Because I'm in a constant chirp, chirp, chirp battle with a specific American friend I have,
yeah,
and
stop
him and
that.
I see things very differently, and
Yes, we do. We
we're
see
trying to
things
keep it
very
civil. We're
differently,
trying to keep it civil.
and you need to keep it civil.
We're trying. So far, so good.
Okay, well, just
There's no
work
name
on
calling
that.
yet. No name calling yet,
Okay,
right?
work on it. Work on
Just
it.
saying, come on. Come
Everybody
on.
has their opinions, and now that it's happening, it's happening.
Shit's getting
So
real, man.
unless people in more political powerhouse positions
You
start,
can't. There's no stopping him.
hey, stop,
There's no stopping him.
then you got to see what the wreckage is.
He's like, remember that song, "Runaway Train"? Or no, Ozzy Osbourne, "Crazy Train," right? Right? He's like, I don't know.
Oh, he's something, I tell you.
I don't mind watching it from afar. I find it interesting. I
Yeah,
don't
but I
love
don't.
that we're getting dragged into it.
No, I don't love that we're getting dragged
Right?
into
Like,
it either.
hi, leave us alone.
Yeah, yeah. I don't,
I mean,
I didn't love it's a smoke and mirrors though. Everything is smoke and mirrors because if we're messing with these guys, then they're going to not know what we're doing over here,
right.
right?
Yeah.
So just putting it out there, folks, that what is he doing to the right when he's doing something to the left?
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
Like
Right.
just pay attention.
And again, for the record, we know Canada's got its own issues too.
Oh my God. We have
know.
our own people.
We do. But you know what? But we don't have Trump.
No, but we have a version of that.
Yeah, but he retired, right? Or he resigned. So
Nope.
oh no, well his counterpart, yeah.
There's an up and comer.
Let's not use his name.
We're not going to.
There's a liberal that might just maybe be able to stand pretty toe to toe with him.
Here's hoping.
Hoping. Here's
Crossing
hoping,
those
Samantha.
fingers.
Enough
All
American
right.
politics.
I know, but now we still gotta dive into something else though in America because this is funny. Made me laugh a little. It is a bit saucy, actually.
Saucy.
There's a Mississippi lawmaker. He's a Democrat, apparently, who is trying to ban male masturbation. And he was surprised at how upset the men got when he introduced this bill.
I say pass that bill.
Apparently, hang on. Apparently, the bill is the point of the bill is that he believes contraception begins at erection. So making it illegal to discharge genetic material without the intent to fertilize an embryo.
Wow. Hey.
And this is to drag men into the conversation of reproduction.
You betcha.
And make them accountable for the things they leave behind when they shouldn't.
I bet you there wouldn't be many men being okay with that bill being passed.
No, I
bet you they'd be outraged like women are with the bills that are passed about us.
What do you mean I can't just
jack off
whenever I want? I'm sorry. You're telling a woman what she can do with her body, and now someone's asking you to pay attention to what you do with yours. Yeah. How does it feel?
I think there's going to be a lot of pushback, Samantha.
I think it would be awesome to watch.
Right? Let's just watch all those men go without that.
I think there should be groups of women who go to their state, whatever it is, their building, and do a little march.
Right?
For the bill.
No more masturbation.
No more masturbation.
Dick out of your hand. Dick out of your hand. Dick out of your hand.
Oh my God.
Bumper stickers everywhere, right?
The bumper sticker would read contraception begins at erection. That's
the sticker.
That's the sticker.
That's the sticker right there, right?
Come on, people.
And then that's amazing, right? Because then that technically means okay, say that phrase again.
Contraception begins at erection.
Then that's beautiful because it takes the woman right out of it.
Of course, it's their problem. It's their fault.
Right. Not my problem. You had a baby. Your problem.
And the fines for this: first time 1,000, second time 5,000, third time 10,000.
Wow. Ouch. That's hefty.
Those are I know, and I'm like, is it really worth it?
Right. That's worse than texting and driving. Right. No warnings, no nothing, right? Just
I'm sorry. I was just holding it in my hand. I wasn't doing anything.
Right? Oh, really? Really, sir? Because guess what? We went into your bathroom and we went into the garbage can and we found the tissue. Yeah, you did. There's some stuff on it.
We found a crusty sock on your floor.
Right? There's crustiness. We can tell. We can smell.
Yeah. Oh, this episode's going to get spicy, I tell you.
It's funny. It's about to get spicy right now because guess what? I feel very left out. My feelings are kind of hurt that it's like, I feel like all the readers, all you people who read, I read books, all you book readers, I feel like you have purposely one-upped me. I get it. I'm not team book. But how come I don't get to know about this stuff because I don't read books? Saucy conversation with my nieces over the weekend in Ottawa about behind the door books, in and out books, open door books, right?
You didn't know?
Books. That's what they are, Samantha.
Oh my God.
Do you read these books?
That's none of your business.
If you say none of your business, that means, and here's the thing, friends of the podcast. Okay, so open door books. Again, just like taint, I had to Google it. Because I'm not a reader. Apparently, I'm not a dirty girl. I looked it up, and then I saw one because one was in the vicinity. They put a picture of a figure skater and a hockey player
Uh-huh.
on the outside of the cover, so it looks all innocent, just like
Yeah.
it's like a teen novel, and
Uh-huh.
then you read the first line, which I can't even repeat because we'll get taken off. Our show won't air. And I'm like, "Ooh, no."
Open door means you get to know what happens during the act.
It's like
Closed
you're
door
in
means
the room watching the act,
right, because it's
hearing
very
the act,
it's descriptive.
and that's what you're reading.
And closed
You're
door
reading
is
those.
when the act stops at the door and it's like, and then you only learn what
So
happens
you're like,
after that.
I'm Miss Open Door Book Samantha.
The saucier the book, the better, Lisa.
You're reading books that use those words and describe what I read?
Those are like romance novels. That's what
That's not
people
romance.
Yes, it
That's
is.
not, I can't believe it's not butter. It is not romance. It is not romance. It's porn.
No,
And then
and
why are you not
okay,
watching it on the TV or
that's the
something?
wrong word to use. Let me
No.
educate. It's called erotica. And women are allowed to have books in that genre that they can read.
I could see erotica being behind the door.
No,
in the door.
erotica is not
In the
behind the
door
door.
is I
Erotica
am
is
playing
an
the
open
game.
door with some like tassels and shit.
It's like it's like role playing. Like you get dressed up in this game, you act out the game. What are you doing with this game? I have to talk with my nieces who I feel are way too young for this, but they like to read.
Well,
we're readers, Auntie.
for sure, if the youngest one's reading this, that's maybe a little too young.
She's not. The youngest one's not. But certainly
Okay.
knew a lot about it, though.
I'm sure she does.
Okay, hi. I'm just going on the record. I, Lisa Gibson, do solemnly swear that I'm not reading porn at home.
It's not porn.
On the bus with a pretty cover that looks like it's two cats playing.
Exactly.
Then
And
make
you
the
never
cover
know.
what it should be. Why do we got to change the cover? Because you embarrassed what you're reading.
No, you're not.
That's why the cover doesn't show what it's describing.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, I'm flushed just thinking about it.
You've led a sheltered life.
I guess so. Is this
Oh my
because
God.
you worked in books?
Yes, Lisa.
So you know about this shit?
Of course. You get
Well,
to know
I
a few things when you work in a very large establishment.
I don't know this stuff, and I'm proud of it.
Okay, well, congratulations.
You keep your filth to yourself.
Oh my God, it's not filth.
It's filth.
Whatever.
And
Uh-huh.
then so much work to read it.
Oh my God, seriously?
You know you can just rent it, right?
Oh, that's not the same.
Oh, you'd rather just you
It's
don't
not-
want to watch it.
No,
you just
because
want to
it's
imagine
not-
it.
It's not porn, it's erotica. If you're going to call it that, they're just calling it an open door book for whatever reason, but whatever.
Because you opened the door and
there you are.
and snooped in somebody's private business. How about close the door? Thank you. Close the door.
Whatever.
Oh, ugh.
You're so square.
I don't care. Fine. I'm square. I'll be square. I'll totally be square. Call me square.
Okay. However,
Saucy.
we would like to tell our friends of the podcast that on February 24th, Tim Hortons has decided to bring back the cups for Roll Up the Rim.
Nice, right? And for friends who don't know what a Tim Hortons is, right? If you don't live in Canada, it's like your Dunkin' Donuts.
Is it Canadian still, though?
It's a Canadian iconic coffee donut chain.
Okay.
You know what, Samantha? And they should have brought it back because peeling the label just wasn't the same.
No, because it's always been Roll Up the Rim.
Yeah.
And you struggle with it and you get mad because you can't roll up the rim.
Right? And then you bite it and try and
it's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing. And then all of a sudden they made a sticky thing on it and you just pulled it and nobody cared.
Or no, and then they went digital with it too.
Right, where you scanned it or something.
Blech.
Ugh, I don't want to play that game. I want to play the original game.
The original is way more interesting.
Yeah, right? Because you got to still put my coffee in a cup so you're not wasting the cup.
No.
The digital one, weren't they giving away an empty cup?
I don't know what they were doing.
I think with the peel, there was an empty cup at one point. I don't know. It was ridiculous. Thank God. Let's just take things back to basics, right? So Tim Hortons, if you're gonna do roll up the rim, just roll up the rim on the cup. People, if you're gonna read porn, just watch
Oh
porn.
my God, stop.
I'm gonna tie it back.
It's not
Tie
porn.
it back just like
Just
that.
stop
Okay.
talking like
Listen,
that.
here's something. This doesn't make me square. This makes me updated and wanting to change things. This is put
Mm.
things in motion. Lisa speaking now, Samantha. Okay.
Oh, is it now?
The phrase bridesmaid is, I'm shaking my head at that phrase because bridesmaid is very bridesmaid, right? Like
Like
I'm
you're
your
a
maid because you're the bride and I'm your bitch who has to do all the shit you want me to do. It really should be bride's bitch is what it should be, but it's bridesmaid, right? But yet when you're the dude, you have a best man. So you got a best man and you got a bride's bitch, right? And I think we need an update on this, right? Because I think that's not fair. I don't think it's equal, right?
there's not a lot of things that have been updated in the whole world of like getting weddings other than the fact that now there's like a whole thing about what you do for your like bachelorette party. They don't even
Oh
call
my
it
God.
that.
People go to different countries now. They go to the States for their bachelorette parties.
They go on vacations for
They
it.
go on vacations, right?
How much money are you spending? Like, how much money are you expecting the people in your bridesmaid party,
Right.
your bride's bitch party,
Your bride bitch party.
to spend? And then
Right.
because they travel, do they pay for the bride?
I don't know, right? So I'm the bride and you're my bitch. Pay for my stuff.
No, I'm not paying for your shit.
Come on,
I
bitch.
have to pay for a
my
dress,
stuff.
a hairdo, a makeup,
All
a
shit I don't
shoe.
want.
Like it's, and if
And
it's
we've
like,
all worn those dresses that we hated.
yeah, no,
No,
I
right?
have a flashback to the very last wedding I was in, and I'm
No,
like,
I
I'm not
know,
doing this anymore.
right? I
I'm
know,
not doing
right?
this anymore.
And I just think, like, I hate that phrase, bridesmaid, because I think there's some brides that cling to that.
To the maid part?
Yeah. And make their people do, like, it's so much work. You're asking me to join your wedding.
Yeah.
Why do I got to do all the work? Why?
Yeah.
Just because you're getting married, why can't you do some work?
I agree.
And then they become bridezilla, which is
Bleh.
another negative thing,
It is what? Okay, that's something to talk about.
right?
Why
Bridezillas,
is a bride called a bridezilla?
because
Like,
she acts like a bridezilla.
but why? What are we calling the groom? Is he a groomzilla?
No, he's just a man
But then why are we
who
making
doesn't
her?
care.
But why are we making her the bad guy in this scenario?
Because she acts like the bad guy. Have you not been
Okay.
in a wedding where there's been a
Yes,
bridezilla?
I have.
She was the bad guy, wasn't she? And how was the dude? Perfectly fine.
He didn't give a shit. He showed up.
Right. Because that's what happens. The bridezilla wears
And
you
to be
down.
If I'm being honest, in the wedding I'm thinking about, kind of surprised he showed up. So
Right? Kind of surprised most men when they see their bridezilla in action don't run. Right? Like fucking take a hint and go.
yeah. Well, okay, but what about matron of honor? Like what?
That's like if I'm old married and 100 years old, then I'm your
Yeah,
matron.
that's a horrible phrase.
Yeah, right? But
Matron.
what about the phrase old maid?
Well, bridesmaid, old maid, matron, like
All part of it. It's all negative.
it's all like negative. You're old, you suck, you're a bitch,
Right.
you're my bitch.
Right. Right? Would you be my bridesmaid, my maid of honor?
Would
I'm
you
not
like
really
to be
your
my
maid of
bride
honor,
bitch?
right? I'm not really your maid of honor if I'm your bride.
Oh, because you're like you're numero uno, so you got to do all the shit,
right.
and
But
all
I'm
the
your maid of
bridesmaids,
honor.
all your bridesmaids are your bitch.
They're my. I guess they become my bitch.
They become your bitch.
Well, now maybe I could look at it a bit differently.
As long as Lisa has somebody to delegate
Right.
to.
That's fine. As long as I can delegate to the bitches, life seems okay, Samantha.
Oh my god.
Right? So the hotel we stayed at, I bit the bullet. I didn't shy away. I embraced the large view mirror in the bath.
Oh, you're brave.
I did every morning. I did it
Yeah.
every morning. I'm accepting my fate because in my mind, I know where my fate lies. I know my people. I know my history. We come from a bunch of sharp-eyed, wrinkled people. Right? We're very wrinkly people. The fact that
Yeah.
I'm not that wrinkly yet is maybe I was adopted. I don't know.
You might have been, but what I noticed when we were in Ontario,
Yeah.
because as soon as we got off the plane, I'm like, why is it so cold here? And then I was like, why is it so moist? And you're like, we don't call it that. We
call
call
it
it
damp.
damp.
We call it damp. We don't use the
It
word
was
moist.
the cold was very like, huh. It
The
was
word
like,
moist goes with your storybooks.
yeah.
Damp
Ugh.
is weather related.
Okay.
Moist is open doors.
Yeah. Okay. Open doors.
Just saying,
But
right?
I noticed when we were in Ontario that my face felt very happy in the dampness.
Because it was damp.
It liked all of that moisture.
Right.
I
Right.
come back here, I look at my face and I'm like, oh my God, I'm a scarecrow.
Right. But did you look in the big mirror? Did you go there? Did you look up close?
I don't need to look in the big mirror to know that shit's not good.
I looked up close and I'm like, okay, you know what? I can do this. I got this. Whew, I did some deep breaths. I flipped it around. I was, oh, God, every single pore.
Oh, yeah, every pore.
And they're deep. They're deep.
They run
They're
it.
deep.
Yes, they run deep.
They run deep, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like in person, I'm not wrinkling badly, but in the mirror, it's a different story.
It's not great.
It's a different face looking back at me, right? And it's like, this is where you're headed.
Yeah. Oh my
And
God.
I'm like, okay, you know what? It's time to accept that, right? I can't have a firm forehead forever.
No, you cannot.
Right? And apparently I can't grow bangs like you. I'm not a sheepdog.
No. Well,
Right?
whatever. You won't let your hair grow. So that's a whole
Oh my
different
God.
conversation.
I just spent 10
I'm not-
days away
Stop.
with not looking like myself for one day.
Stop talking.
One day, remember, I washed my hair 2 times in one day. 2 times
She
because it did not look like my hair.
She did.
Like,
and I
oh.
did touch your hair before you washed your hair. You washed it for the second time. I'm like, how much fucking product you got?
So much product.
So much. I'm like, you overproduct. This is
totally
not good.
overproducted. But
It was not
somehow
good.
in Ontario, my hair becomes so thick. And then I
'Cause
have
it's-
no style.
Because it's moist.
And it's damp. And then as I kept saying to my family, I don't normally look like this.
You know
This is
what?
not
You know
normally
what
my hairdo.
the problem is that whenever we're in Ontario, the weather is always shitty.
It's cold.
And I asked you, does the sun ever shine here?
And it did. It shone for a few hours. You had some
One
sun.
day.
One day there was a bit of sun.
There was
right?
a smidge of sun.
God,
Smidge.
like nothing's good enough for you.
And then it got so windy they had a wind advisory out. And then when we went back to the hotel room, my room, I had the whistling window.
I love the fact that you had the shitty window.
I was like, oh my God.
And Samantha even took it upon herself to let them know that they needed to caulk it better.
Yeah, I did. I had to tell them that. And then I did a review and I told them again.
Oh my God, right? Because she's so concerned about the others who may stay there.
Are you kidding? Thank God I had earplugs.
Well,
was
my room was
horrible.
fine. It was beside you and I didn't have that.
Oh, but the bed was so comfortable.
Oh, the best bed and the best pillows. Hey?
Yes, they had the best pillows.
Yeah, it was really good. It was
They
really,
did.
really
I will
good.
say that. They had the best pillows.
And then I came back home to mine. Insert shitty sleep here. Right?
Oh, it's just getting used to it, right?
Just back into it I go, right?
Yes, yes. Off
well.
we go.
What do you do? What do you do?
Well, I don't know what you did on Sunday. Oh, that's right. You were on a plane. Oh, no, you
No,
weren't. You were with your
Monday.
sister. You went home Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, so on Sunday, I did what I do best, and I watched the Grammys because
I didn't watch any of the Grammys.
That is what I do. Those are
That's what you do. You love the music.
that's my Super Bowl.
That's your Super Bowl, not my Super Bowl at all.
So I didn't watch the red carpet, but I did catch that Kanye and his wife walked
I saw that.
the red carpet.
Ugh.
And she took off her fur coat to reveal a nude mesh. I'm not wearing really anything. So
Right.
my tatas and my hoo-ha are out to the world to see.
If that wasn't on TV and was in a book, is that an open door moment?
It's an open
Gotcha.
door.
Just wanted to just clarify.
And no offense, but I was like, what is that? Is that not public indecency?
It's horrible.
And so then I learned that apparently they were not invited to the Grammys. They should not have walked the red carpet.
Oh, wow.
And they got booted out.
Good. Take your nakedness someplace else.
What are you doing? What is this stunt? Like, what is this?
Yeah,
This
totally.
this is your wife, for crying out loud.
Bad. It's bad.
Like,
Like you're parading your wife around like she
ah,
should be in an open door book.
no, no offense, but it's like, I'm sorry, ma'am. Why would you do this?
Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
I don't know why
And,
you would do that.
and apparently, she might be in some legal trouble because of what she did.
Oh,
So
interesting.
it's not him that's getting into trouble.
Huh.
It's her.
Interesting.
What the fuck, people?
Interesting. Huh.
So then the Grammys had this, it was a weird vibe. I mean, Trevor Noah was great. It was well, it was well
He's
done.
good. He's good.
Lots of really great acts were sang and did stuff. People, there was this thing for Quincy Jones, and I'm like, why is Will Smith here? Why am I seeing Queen Latifah? Why am I seeing Gail?
And then Gail, right?
I'm like,
I saw
why
a
is
TikTok
Gail
and
here?
why is Gail? I thought the same thing. Why is Gail there? Hey.
I didn't understand that. But everybody was so, all I've heard is that Sabrina Carpenter won Best Pop Album.
Okay.
T Swift went home with no trophies.
And all they're doing is showing Billie Eilish looking like she's going to cry because she also went home with no trophies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was nominated for 6 and went home with none, or maybe 8 and went home with none.
Well, some new up and comers took the reins, right? And then Beyonce walked away with a couple. She walked away with a country album, which I've seen some people in the country realm talk about it, and they're not happy.
I'm not sure if they think what is it, Cowboy Carter Caviar, whatever, is really that much of a country album.
Well, it is what it is.
But she won.
She won. What are you going to do about it?
Apparently, she had never won Best Album of the Year before in general.
Yeah.
So
and she won it.
Interesting. Hey?
Yeah.
Well, since that was your Super Bowl, let's go to the real Super Bowl.
No.
And let's talk about if we were going to have a Super Bowl party. Samantha, may I share with you the top 6 food items? I think you're going to be surprised.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So we got your pigs in a blanket.
Uh-huh.
We got wings, nachos, deviled eggs, chili, and buffalo cauliflower bites. You know what? Like somebody walks around with a match and lights up, like goes behind somebody. That is like a fart factory. That's all that is. That's like eggs and cauliflower bites and chili. Oh, that picture you there.
Oh yeah,
snacking on that stuff.
Yeah,
right. Who's going to need some Pepto?
Me.
Right.
Totally.
Right. To me, I think it all sounds good.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know if deviled eggs need to be there.
I mean, I'm not doing pigs in a blanket. That's never been my gig.
Oh, it's my gig. I'll do them.
No, I know, because you're weird that way.
No, they're delicious, especially if they're the Pillsbury Doughboy pigs in a blanket.
No.
Oh, it's like a crescent. Oh,
no.
So
no.
good.
No.
So good.
Maybe nachos.
But you don't really like cauliflower bites either.
No.
Right?
I don't. You know what I want? You know what? Actually, you know what we need to say is, according to Facebook,
right,
our people, they don't like pretzel bites, wings, or pigs in a blanket. So I'm not sure if you and the friends of the podcast can go to the same Super Bowl party.
I don't think we can attend Super Bowl together because there's only a few of them that are going to my party.
That's the truth.
And that's the thing, right? Every Tuesday we do something on Facebook. One has to go. And those are the ones that kept popping up that needed to go.
I know. And I'm like, I get the pretzel bites. It's like so dry.
They're not though. You have like a nice little mustardy dip.
No, they're still dry. No.
Okay. But your nachos are good?
I wouldn't eat nachos.
What would you eat? What would be? Well, you can have one thing at your Super Bowl party. What are you having?
Wings.
Yeah. I do wings too.
I like wings.
But I love the cauliflower bites so much, eh?
You know what I want? I want the 80s food to come back. I want the 80s bar food to come back, where you had like deep fried veggies, some matzo sticks. We got a potato skin happening.
Totally, right?
Like you want all that never was good for you
curly fries popping up.
Curly fries.
Right? There used to be curly fries in the 80s. And
right.
I believe that's where the pub food came from, was the 80s.
Yeah.
and home of the appetizer, right?
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah,
and it was while we were watching the game at Jack Astor's.
yeah.
I was like, you know what? We're missing a potato skin,
Right? Where's the matzo sticks?
right?
Right? Where's the matzo sticks?
Does anybody do a good matzo stick anymore?
Right? Apparently Chili's does, but we don't have a Chili's.
Oh, they are big and square and they're
Right.
like
Right? You
ginormous.
gotta do that, right? But now we don't really have that shit.
We don't got that.
Everybody cooking a potato skin for some reason.
Yeah, but the one restaurant that we don't have in Canada is Chili's or Chipotle.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
So we're missing out on that sort of stuff.
I
I'm
know.
just saying, let's bring back the regular. If I'm gonna open up a bar, I'm bringing back the staples.
I think you should. I would go. I'd go.
Right?
80s bar, 80s music,
It would just be called 80s.
neon shit everywhere.
80s. It would be neon purple sign 80s. And people would be like, "Oh, I'm going to 80s tonight." Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are, right?
No, I'm gonna get me some potato skins.
And I'm gonna have some mozzarella sticks.
Okay, but don't like deep fried mushrooms.
No, I hate mushrooms, right? I'm allergic. Trying
Oh,
to
so good. Deep fried
but like a deep fried
zucchini.
cauliflower or zucchini, so good.
Zucchini. I hated zucchini. I would maybe eat cauliflower, but I was really about a mushroom.
Oh, I would eat either because it's deep fried.
God, those were
That's
the days, man.
right. That's the kicker for me, right? Deep
Those were
fried.
the
That's
days.
what's needed.
Oh, and then you could order a Canada cooler. Oh my God, we'd bring it all back. We'd bring back
a
Canada
Rockaberry
coolers.
cooler.
Rockaberry coolers.
Bring back a Rockaberry cooler.
Oh my God.
Right? And you can buy it by the big bottle, right? 2 liter for the table, right? Right?
Oh my God. What is that? Is it Strawberry Angel or something?
Strawberry Angel and some baby duck.
Baby duck.
Baby duck. That was fancy though. Hey, I think baby duck was baby duck a red wine?
Was it
I don't know. It was just a get drunk quick wine.
It was a get a drink. Yeah.
Right? You always bought the Magnum. Like the big bottle, please, because it's for me and my 17 friends before the dance.
And then we're gonna have a vodka and cranberry.
Yeah.
As a special, and then we're gonna do lemon gin because
Lemon gin, right?
Lemon
'Cause
gin.
for all the girls who want their panties removed tonight. Here's your lemon gin. Right? And some and a good old beer that you can chew.
Oh yeah,
Right?
a
Like a
pilsner.
strong beer, a pilsner, right? Or like a Molson Export if you were from
Oh
Ontario.
God, that's gross.
That was a chewable beer, right? Totally chewable beer. That one was.
You know, I remember when I first started drinking beer, it was Labatt's or Labatt's Light.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
We didn't even care.
No,
We just drank beer.
it was just beer.
Yeah,
Beer is
it was
beer.
delicious, right? We didn't care. We didn't care in the
We
80s.
didn't care.
Right? We drank Rockaberry Cooler in a 2-liter pop bottle.
We
and
drank-
swigged it and passed it around.
Not only did we have neon lights, we had neon clothing.
Neon clothing, right? We looked all that, right? And lots of rubber bracelets. Right? Totally. Right? And a mesh shirt over a shirt.
Yes.
Right? Thank God for Madonna. Thank God for Madonna, right?
Oh my God. God bless.
But Samantha, I've got another shake my head.
Okay.
Right? You'll appreciate this one, I think, this week. I'm shaking my head at people who have real plants. Because you know what? They're a lot of work and they usually end up dying. Why are we not just buying the knockoffs?
Because people always hold out hope that they won't kill a plant.
Oh, God. Right? Like we didn't have kids because I didn't hold off enough hope that we wouldn't kill a kid, let alone you already killed plants. You've killed plants.
Oh
I
my
throw
God.
plants away.
Remember I told you the story of how the cactus basically jumped out of the pot?
And, like ended itself.
Yeah.
And we like burnt a petunia, Polly the petunia this summer, burnt her to death, scorched her, and then had to throw her away.
Oh my God.
So I'm just gonna buy a plastic Polly petunia this summer.
I think plastic all the way. Like who
Plastic
needs
all
real?
the way, right? Just get the knockoffs. Nobody's paying that much attention to your plants. And if you are, find something different to look at in somebody's house. Why are you snooping at my plants?
Why are you snooping at the
Why are
plant?
you snooping at my plants? That's
And-
what I'd like to know.
You know what? You can judge a person with a plastic plant, but they know their limitations and it's not caring for things that live.
Right. What would you rather have? A beautiful plastic plant that might just be a little dusty, or a half dead, chopped down, rotted leaf real plant?
And then you're throwing it out in the
Ooh,
trash.
I love your hibiscus plant. Like nobody, who cares? It's a plant. Right? I don't get plants.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't get plants like that, right?
You know what I don't get though,
What?
Lisa?
What?
Is why are you sending me pictures of a dessert called Melona and saying, is this mel?
Because I think it's the worst. I'm going to post this on our Facebook page, Friends of the Podcast. It's a frozen ice cream, like a frozen popsicle dessert, right?
Yes.
Mango, coconut, and it's called Malona. And when
Uh-huh.
you see it, all you think is melanoma. That's what jumped out at me, and I'm like, "That's horrible marketing." Because all I'm thinking of is skin cancer. Here's a nice mango, citrusy,
Yeah.
whatever. Suck on it and think you're at the beach with your melanoma. That's
Only
why I
you
hate it.
can jump
All I saw
from
was
one to the
melanoma.
other.
All I saw was melanoma in it.
That's so
Totally.
sad.
That's all I saw. So I'm gonna have to post that for this story to be relevant.
I think you need to.
I will. I will do that, Samantha. I will do that. Okay. All right.
Melanoma.
Hey, let's cut to the chase and let's discuss quickly cupboards, shall we?
Uh-huh.
We asked people to show us their Tupperware cupboards.
And
Well,
they
now go
gleefully
ahead.
showed us.
And people did, right? Which was awesome. Finally, some participation. You won't download and subscribe to podcasts, but just send us your picture of your Tupperware. It's a messed up situation,
That is
really,
a
I
little
think.
messed up,
It's a little
guys.
messed
Like,
up, guys.
come on.
Right? All 800, 900 of you on our Facebook page. A lot of you sent us pictures. Did you download, subscribe to podcast too? Probably not. Anyways, cupboards, Tupperware cupboards. What I've learned in the years that we've been doing the podcast, 8 years
Uh-huh.
almost, they're not necessarily cupboards anymore. They're now drawers.
Yes.
A lot of people have drawers, right? My most favorite was Amy. Amy owned her mess. Amy owned her messy drawer, her messy
Yes.
Tupperware.
Yes.
And I thought that that was funny. But you know what I noticed too is that there was a lot of lids and no actual bottoms in
Yes.
everybody's Tupperware.
Yeah.
A few were really neat and tidy and all put together well, right? Megan, she doesn't save food apparently. She saves screw nails
Yeah. In her Tupperware.
in her Tupperware, right? And I just think it's funny. And so everybody with the drawers are like, you have to have the drawers, right? That's the way to go, drawers.
Yeah.
And I get that. That would be the way to go.
Okay, but did you see Cindy's? Cindy H.
No.
Oh my God, she had like 4 or 5 pictures, and I'm like, it is overkill with the Tupperware.
Okay. Like, do we need an intervention? Like, could she be hoarding?
I
Is she
don't know.
hoarding
She
Tupperware?
does have some at home and at the cabin, so
Okay. All right.
it makes
Thanks for the
sense.
clarification. Right. I'm just saying thank you for everybody who sent in their pictures.
Uh-huh.
Much appreciated. It was fun looking at your stuff.
It was, and you know who didn't share?
Who?
Me or Lisa?
No, we didn't. Mine's neat and tidy. Yours, I don't know.
Mine is somewhat neat.
Yours is questionable, and is probably margarine.
Nope.
No. Oh, right. You went to
Nope.
glass. You went to
Went
glass.
to glass. I went. I
Well,
got
glass
classy. I went to glass.
should be neat then. Should be
For the
somewhat
most
neat.
part.
No,
For the
it should
most
only
part.
be neat. It should be nice and stackable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, see, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I even know you anymore?
No.
I don't know, right? Now I know why you're not answering my texts in a timely manner, too. Right? 'Cause
And
you're
why?
reading.
I'm
You're
not
reading.
reading. No.
You're reading your books. Now, when I say, what are you doing on Sunday? You're like, I'm just looking forward to reading a new book. Ah, ding, ding, ding. I
Ding,
got
ding.
you.
Leave me alone.
Now. Leave her alone, right?
I'm busy.
It's private time.
Oh my God. Did you say this to your nieces?
They're my nieces.
Were you this rude to your nieces?
I might have been kind of this rude to them
Oh,
a little bit.
And you wonder why they don't like to talk to you anymore.
They do like to talk to me. They love their Auntie Lisa. Right? They love me so much. Again, I was just surprised.
I'm sure you were.
Right? I don't know this shit.
Yeah. You know what I was surprised though?
Hmm.
I was surprised that I found out you were a lazy walker.
I'm not a lazy walker. You're a cheater.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I don't cheat.
You're an over aggressive arm swinger.
No, I'm not.
There's no way when we start our day at the same place and we go the exact same places that you're 1,000 steps ahead of me all day long.
Because I just have lots of steps within my day.
You don't though, right? Your arms, you're an arm mover.
Uh-huh.
I think you're that's cheating.
No, it's not. When you walk, you swing your arms.
Apparently, no one of us doesn't actually.
No, that's you.
I
You're
must have like my
immobile.
hand in my pocket or something. I'm just
You're immobile.
sauntering,
Yeah.
right? I'm just sauntering. I don't know. Seems odd, right? It
I
seems odd.
know because people that have walked with me prior to you have also said, "How come your step count is more?"
Yeah, and it's because it's calibrated to cheat.
No, it's not.
Seems like it might be.
I think I just step more.
I don't know if you do. Like
I feel like
1,000
I do.
steps more? 1,000
Yeah,
steps more.
for sure I do.
Calling bullshit.
I
Calling
get up to
bullshit.
move things. You sit there and wait for people to move things.
Yeah, I do.
You do.
I
You do.
totally do. I
Yeah,
totally
you
do.
do.
Here's a new workaround that Starbucks has come up with, Samantha.
Oh dear.
When you order your Starbucks through the drive-through and you're in the car
Uh-huh.
and you go to use your tap, they don't want you to just tap. So you know what they say? You have
Uh-huh.
to do it.
Why?
They say, so they go to give you so I go to tap and they're like, oh, sorry, there's a glare or something's wrong with it. I'll just hand it to you. So you're looking at it, right? So now I got the thing in my hand, right?
Uh-huh.
There's no glare. There's nothing wrong with it. You know what there is? There's a decision to be made on whether or not I want to tip them. And I'm like, oh, you sneaky, sneaky little bastards.
Uh-huh.
I definitely don't want to tip you. 100% no. 100% no now. Now, no, 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 no. No. And then you don't tip and you give it back to them. Then they turn their back to you because we did this when I took my nieces to Starbucks. Then they turn their back to the window,
Uh-huh.
and I'm sure that they have a secret code that they're talking to each other
Oh.
because they're saying she's not a tipper. She didn't tip. No tip, no tip. And I'm sure somebody spits in something. I'm sure.
They do
I
not.
felt that there was some animosity and that they knew that I didn't tip. I didn't tip because I don't want to do the work.
But I mean, that's a slippery slope though, right? Because if you're going to tip at Starbucks, then you have to tip at all the fast foods.
Right. Right. And I don't know if I'm prepared to start doing that.
Are
Because at
you going to
some
tip
point,
are you
it's
going
her
to tip
job.
your Subway
No,
artist?
I'm not because it's her job. That's her job is to make the sub.
Right.
Right. So guess what? Your boss is tipping you to make the sub. That's your pay. That's your weekly pay.
You definitely draw a line with certain things.
I do. Right. I bet you I would be a no tipper if I could get away with never being a tipper.
Like even in a restaurant where you're getting served.
I hate parting with my money,
I know.
but I'm a good tipper. I
But
don't
I've
mind being a
watched
good
you
tipper.
literally give it away.
Yes, you have. Because I felt I had great service, right? So I felt it
Yes.
deserved
Oh,
my money.
you literally give it well, and you made a new friend. So
Yeah, right? 'Cause friendship is important. But we're not gonna get into
monetarily,
that.
no, we're not.
That's for another day.
How is it?
I'm just saying, right? It's a slippery slope. You're right. It's a slippery slope.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know what side I slip on.
I think that you waver on a good day.
I waver. I totally do waver. Yeah. I'm a waverer. That's what I am.
Yes. Yes, you are.
So, dear Starbucks, guess what? You didn't pull one over on me. I didn't fall for your trick.
Ha ha.
Haha, you got no tip. Right? That sounds mean-hearted. And I'm not mean-hearted, friends of the podcast.
I'm sure it was a delightful Starbucks.
Always a delightful Starbucks with my nieces, right? And the mocha choca, half a pump, no pump, chocolate chips, take back 2 chips, ice, hold the ice. Oh, maybe I'm gonna have that ice. Can you shake the ice?
Yeah.
And for you, what are you getting? I'll just get a hot chocolate, please. Right? Because you guys have because now I'm stressed out. Right?
Oh, that's funny.
I tell you, young kids, right? That's their job is to put those baristas through the paces.
Yeah, well, that's
Hey,
what
you
Starbucks
offer
is
it.
for.
You offer it.
Yes.
You get what you get.
All the weird shit.
Get what you get, Samantha, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is the time of the episode where I tell you how you can connect with us. So I would like you to connect with us on our many social platforms, or you can check out our website, which is ishakemyheadpod.com. You can sign up for newsletters, check out our blog, leave us a message or voicemail, and stay to listen to any of our episodes. Spotify is our home. So if you're still listening to us anywhere else, maybe give Spotify a chance and, check us out there as well. You can support us by sharing us on your socials and becoming our podcast ambassador. Anything that you see that you think is funny from us, just share it on your socials and then tag us in it, and we will mention it here on the podcast.
Cool.
And if you want to catch our videos, you can check out our YouTube page and subscribe to get notified of a new episode. So if you want to see Lisa and I making funny faces at each other, please check it out.
This and she tells me she reads porn.
Oh, no, you're not.
Bird.
If you're a fan of I Shake My Head, joining our Patreon is a no-brainer. By subscribing, you'll get exclusive access to behind-the-scenes footage, early access to episodes, and special bonus content that you won't find anywhere else. For as little as $2 a month, you'll be directly supporting and helping us produce even more awesome content. So check it out at patreon.com/IShakeMyHead. If you need some new I Shake My Head swag, check out threadless.com, search I Shake My Head, and there should be new and old logos available to order. And we want to thank John Domingo for editing our podcast each week. He definitely makes us sound better than we should.
I think we sound pretty good, but he puts the cherry on top, right?
He does.
And John Domingo is going to be very invested in Sunday's football.
Oh,
yeah. We can just get all the people on the podcast to just text, just go to our Facebook page and type in, "Hey, John, go Chiefs."
Oh, don't.
You'd make me so happy.
Don't. He's an Eagles fan, hardcore Eagles fan.
And what did I say to you? I can't cheer for the Eagles. I can't cheer for John's team.
I can.
Well, you're going to because you're his girlfriend.
No, I like the Eagles.
You guys read books to each other.
No, we don't read books to each other. You weirdo. Oh my God.
Blows my mind.
You learn one new thing.
Backdoor books.
You've been gone for just a few days. You learn one new thing from your niece, and now you're hanging on to it like the ADHD freak you are.
Right?
Oh my God.
I need to know. Do you read these books? Do you read I'm curious.
By the time you get to work tomorrow, and
I can't ask that. That's not work appropriate.
No, it is not work appropriate, but I feel like somehow you'll work it into a conversation.
I'm gonna see. Because you know what? I'm going to want to share a story about my nieces. And then I'll watch for reactions.
God, you're a freak.
Right? I'm an observer.
Yes, you are.
I did not know what backdoor books were.
Not open door books, not backdoor books. Closed door books. Like just don't make up phrases, okay?
Make them sound worse than they are.
Uh-huh.
All right, Samantha, anything else you want to talk about this week?
I'm good, Lisa.
I'm better.
Yeah.
Still got you. Zing.
God damn it.
All the time. Yeah? Oh, are we able to say our announcement yet? Not yet.
No, not yet.
You said it was going to be this week, though.
It'll be next week now.
Okay. We really seriously do have an announcement.
We do. Okay.
Next week.
All right. Okay.
Week. All right, Samantha. Always a pleasure.
It should be.
Who's a pretty girl? I'm a pretty girl.